Hi everybody, welcome back. We are Movie Related, and today, for our first ever movie review on Movie Related, we have Godzilla versus Kong. Keep trying to say it's Kong versus Godzilla. Either way, it's a monkey versus a lizard.
Let's simplify.
It's the culmination of the Godzilla Kong series, and the series has had really mixed reviews. So let's find out what we thought of it right after this. We had Kong Skull Island, which was the intro to Kong. We found out he's still growing. Now he's a full-grown adult. We had Godzilla, we had Godzilla King of the Monsters, and now we have the culmination. So it's not really trilogy, it's kind of four.
Yeah, this is the Freddy versus Jason of the Kong Godzilla series.
Which they've been building up to for quite a while, and they've made a lot of missteps along the way. First Godzilla movie killing off Bryan Cranston, making him almost a nothing character, the best actor in the film. Okay. And side stories. And I think that holds true on this film. I think the side stories are what hold this, just drag this film down.
Well, they don't help.
They don't lift. So,
However, for all those people who like side stories that are not very interesting, this movie has it.
This is for you.
This is for you. Perfect.
And in fact, if you want to talk about a side story that has nothing to do with the real outcome of the movie, this is it. This is right up there with The Last Jedi, when they head off to the horse race.
Let's give a little...
Are we doing spoilers?
Absolute spoilers.
Okay.
All right, let's give a little synopsis. Paul?
Well, where do you start with
Over
this
to you.
There's so many different parts of this movie that all come together kind of at the end. Let's say that there's a company...
Okay, let's start with Kong. They have Kong living in a Truman Show style dome.
Okay, so we're introduced to this new corporation. It's Apex Corporation, and we find out Kong is basically a monarch holding facility surrounded by fake landscapes and everything. And a little that's somehow connection. The whole crux of this movie is it's supposed to be this huge power source in the center of the world. It's no longer lava. It's now this wormhole thing in the whole earth. And they say we find this from Apex. Wants that. They say hire this guy to walk with us.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
You got it. Okay.
All right, over to you, Paul.
Okay. Take 9. Here we go.
Okay, Kong is in a containment facility, and he's just wasting his time there. He doesn't like it, and it's getting too small for him. So they want to move him. Okay, cut that. There's a company that is frustrating Godzilla because they're doing some kind of tech thing. Godzilla gets mad. He attacks the company. Up to this point, he's been very peaceful. Now he's not. Cut that. They decide to move Kong to this hollow earth place because that's apparently where the Titans come from, and it's a bigger place for him. We have an idea how to get there. Cut. Apex.
You following so far?
Apex wants to go down and get this magical power source that is in hollow earth. And the reason why they want to do this is because they're developing a weapon that is going to keep the Titans in check.
Although no one's supposed to know about that part.
Secret.
Yeah.
Because we never knew they were going to be evil.
Yeah. We can carry on from there.
Sure.
Cut from there. When they decided to move Kong out of the facility, the containment field, Godzilla can now sense him. And that was the worry.
The big thing of this movie is there can only be one. It's like Highlander. The alphas will always fight until there's a winner.
Yes. And so that's where that's obviously the scenes that you've seen in the trailers of Godzilla attacking the aircraft carrier and Kong on board. Which, to be frank, was probably the best scene in the movie. Lots of good action. We could actually see the monsters fighting, which has been a big, big downfall of the other Godzilla movies in that. You haven't actually seen them doing the battle.
Yeah, there was lots of that.
So we did see that.
I thought that was really well done.
I enjoyed
Monster
on Monster.
That was probably the best part of this movie.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It should be the highlight of your monster film. It should be the monsters.
Did anyone else get the feeling that whoever was in charge of lighting got a really good price on LED lights?
I thought the rest of the CGI elements, the
Subpar.
it's just awful.
Yeah.
Awful. It was like really bad Tron.
There was one point when the Mechazilla and the other Zilla were fire blasting each other. It almost looked like claymation to me.
I thought when... Oh, they have spaceships, by the way. The humans have spaceships.
Yes.
And guys that write books with theories know how to fly these spaceships, okay? I don't know how, but they do. But when the spaceship came up and Godzilla and Kong were fighting, and it was just like right in the middle of it, and it was going through the buildings and almost getting blasted, I thought that was so garbage.
Yeah, there was a lot of garbage in this movie.
Yes, there's a lot of very big cringe in this movie. But I'm not going to spoil you. Like, they finally get the two titans are fighting with each other. We're not going to ruin that part of it for you. We're not going to tell you how that turns out because you can probably guess.
I had no idea how it was going to turn out.
I absolutely knew how it was going to turn out.
No, I thought what we saw in the trailers was something completely different.
See, the minute I saw Mechagodzilla in the last trailer, I knew absolutely how this movie was going to
but
turn out.
See, I didn't ruin anything for me by watching those trailers. I watched the first trailer
See,
only.
the trailer should never had Mechagodzilla in it to begin
Let's
with.
talk about the characters.
Okay.
Ugh.
The human characters are garbage. Millie Bobby Brown is back, and...
Wait, the positive side of it is Millie Bobby Brown got a paycheck.
That's right.
This is true.
Okay, and
She fulfilled her contractual obligation,
and two other people that were with her that we didn't care about also got paychecks.
apparently.
Awesome for them.
There you go.
That's a big win.
There you go. Lots of humans die in this. Although they try, that first Godzilla tears apart this facility, and you can see them stepping on, and 6 people died and many more injured. No. You lost hundreds and hundreds of people in that. It was pretty funny, but I liked the fact that they didn't hide from the destruction.
No, there was lots of destruction.
Attacking the aircraft carriers, there was destruction. You saw guys not make it out of there. So
I felt like there wasn't one character in this movie that was qualified to be doing the job they were doing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not one.
yeah, the whole thing bases around some guy who's a podcaster.
Yeah.
And his whole backstory is he keeps some liquor in a vial in a holster on his chest, and when he finishes it, that means he's given up on life. That's his whole backstory, by the way.
And that's all you need to know.
And the whole, I
But wait, you guys are talking about all the bad things. What about the good things, like all the whispering?
Okay.
well, it might, I don't know, it might have been just us. It might have been our version.
No, they were literally
They were
whispering.
Whispering.
You're in this big, huge electronic facility, and there's nobody around you, and you're, by the way, we're going like this, everybody. We should be. What? should be what you'd be saying. And then all of a sudden the music will come on, and God's it, and it's like blow your speakers off.
I'm also getting tired of the trend of awful music playing in movies.
That's my line, because the Snyder Cut, horrible music in the Snyder Cut.
Well, when
It's like banjo playing
the action was going on, the intense music was okay.
was good. It's the other music.
But when it's just like slice of life scenes, kind of like it.
I think they do it to try to make it comedically. But
I don't
it's
know
not.
what, like I spelled. That's what I thought was coming up. That's how corny the music was, guys. It was really, really terrible. If you're going to watch this movie, you're watching it for the monster fight. The side quests are the most ridiculous things you'll watch. The resolution at the end
It was terrible.
with the humans is the most ridiculous resolution you can think of possibly happening.
No, you can't fathom how bad it is. You can't think of that.
The way the bad guys get their power source. Okay, you're gonna love that. You're gonna love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I lost Wi-Fi on my live stream the other day, and it's 2 feet from my computer. Wait till you see what happens in this one, and the internet connection that they have.
Pretty awesome.
It's amazing.
pretty
Amazing internet connection.
So what would you rate this?
Wait. First, we have to discuss what they found in Hollow Earth. Okay.
Okay.
Do we?
Sure.
Okay. They get down there and Kong leads them to the power source. And what it is he goes into this big temple that's obviously constructed by beings that are not monsters.
Right. Yeah.
How?
Like a gladiatorial arena almost.
Yeah. How?
I don't know.
Is that something that the story hasn't told us yet?
Well, he's back down there now at the end of the movie, so that might be coming up. But there was kind of like a throne area, and he has his
Pillars,
axe down there, and he seemed to know what to do with it.
So they travel down to the center of the Earth, and there's sunlight somehow.
It's the power source. I told you.
No, that's
It's
not the power source. There's sunlight and blue skies.
Yeah, it's weird.
I think I saw clouds.
Either way, you're not in this movie for that. You're in this movie for Godzilla punching Kong and Kong punching Godzilla, and that's literally what you're in this for.
Would you say that the monster battle, aside from all the other less than good stuff, is worth paying for this movie?
No. However, if you have it on HBO Max and you're already a member, there you go. Spending $25, which is what it cost us to watch it, I would say I'd wait till it gets to be free.
I would recommend maybe fast forwarding it.
Although out of a lot of the other movies that came out, like Godzilla King of the Monsters, I much preferred this. Godzilla, I much preferred this. This is more on par with Kong, which was still flawed. But I enjoyed the battle in this one.
No.
I enjoyed that they didn't keep cutting away every 10 seconds. And I could care less about a single human character in this story, except maybe the little girl. And that's only because she's a little girl. And that's it. It's not because I felt anything. Oh, I know. She's a little girl.
Everything was so
And that was
cliche. Everything in this movie was cliche.
And I thought a
when it
lot
came
of
to
the
people.
stuff could have been funny, but what was it? The timing or the volume of them speaking,
Or the poor acting.
Or the writing.
maybe?
All those things. They made the side quests. And like, first of all, the guy who, I don't know who the gentleman is who's playing the podcast guy, but he's supposed to be this, he goes off on these little spurts of dialogue where he's trying to pretend that he's not, when he's discovered, oh, I'm a guy from this tech and blah, blah. And it's not funny. It's not. It's boring. And it comes off as really goofy. And no.
That whole side quest was the comedic break in this movie. That's what they tried to do.
It was bad.
So if the review seems like we're all scattered and all over the place,
Because that's how the movie is.
that's the
That's
movie.
literally how the movie is. So,
You try watching it.
fans of the actual fights, this one's a winner. Compared to the other movies especially. This one shows you good fights, shows you good battles, really good monster battles. If you're in it for the plot, don't even go near this movie because the plot is ridiculous. It's one of the dumbest plots I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah.
Although there's never been a really good plot in a Godzilla movie in the past. They're all kind of out there. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. But this movie, at least the action was there.
And
So
I think Kong fans will be happy, and I think Godzilla fans will be happy.
yeah,
They didn't say one.
one's evil, one's not.
Yeah, it was everybody's gonna be happy.
But there's a little bit of bias there. There is a little bit of bias.
Well, yeah, a little bit, depending on if you go by the story. Yeah.
Yeah.
However, if you look at the two monsters, which one do you think would win?
Well, I can't say.
It's not the monkey eating bananas. I'm pretty sure. I think it's
Fish.
I think
Eats fish.
I think it's the laser dinosaur might be the one that melted Ghidorah in the last movie.
Well.
So yeah, that might be an advantage. But
So
anyway,
rating?
I'm biased. Okay, what do you give it out of 10?
6.
6.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5 because they finally did the fights good.
I gave it a 6 because they finally did the fights good.
Because they didn't do the fights in the other movies, and they kept cutting away, especially the first Godzilla movie, kept cutting away from the action.
I did not give it a 6.5 because of their Wi-Fi connection.
And if you're wondering what we're doing, rent the movie. Find out what we're talking about that Wi-Fi connection for the upload, and also figure out the solution at the end on how they kill the bad monster at the end. Mm-hmm. It is the dumbest thing you can think of. Well, there you go, guys. We're movie related. We cover all things movie related, including the bad scripts. And this was a bad script, but a good action movie. 6.5, 6. Check it out on yourselves. Let us know in the comments down below. Are you going to pay $25 for this? or are you going to wait for it? Until next time, we'll see you on the channel.